Once again, Joe Biden proves that there is money for any and everything except for reparations. So now he's not sending money to Ukraine, but Africa and other parts of Asia. So the US makes $200 billion global infrastructure push to counter China. See, China has been slaughtering the US when it comes down to Africa. You know, they have built up, they're not really that great to the Africans. We all know that. But one thing they have done that the US has yet to do is build up the infrastructure there, where the US does not offer anything like that. But Joe Biden has decided he wants to compete with that. So he is pushing $200 billion towards global infrastructure, despite the fact that there's outrageous inflation in the US. There are people that can barely make it here, and the infrastructure is falling apart right in his backyard. Go figure, y'all, right? So, President Joe Biden outlined plans Sunday for a range of global infrastructure projects the U.S. aims to help finance, with $200 billion in government and private sector funding, as it looks to counter similar efforts by China. Biden announced the efforts at the G7 summit in Germany, where he has been meeting with world leaders. The funding will be spread out over 5 years and coming from a mix of existing federal funds, other G7 and European nations, and private companies and investment funds, according to a senior administration official. Developing countries often lack an essential infrastructure to help navigate global shocks like the pandemic, so they feel the impacts more acutely and they have a harder time recovering in our deeply connected world. Biden said in his remarks at the G7. That's not just a humanitarian concern, it's an economic concern and a security concern for all of us. For nearly a decade, China has been investing heavily in the buildup of the infrastructure and developing in countries in Africa and Asia, with Chinese banks financing everything from new seaports to G5 wireless networks. Though it's a Belt and Road Initiative, foreign policy analysis said that has created a financial dependence between those countries and China that could be strategically important for China economically and militarily. This isn't a charity, it is an investment that will deliver returns for everyone, including the American people, the people of all our nations. It will boost all of our economies and give a chance for us to share our positive vision for the future, Biden said. To let communities around the world see themselves, the concrete benefits of partnering with democracies. Because when democracies demonstrate what we could do, all that we have to offer, I have no doubt that we will win the competition every time. The US is aiming to make its financing program more attractive to countries by arguing that it will be more directly improve their economies without putting them in debt, said a senior administration official. Mhm. I think many countries have received funding or so called investments from the Belt and Road Initiative have now, after years of receiving that investment, realized that they are further in debt, that their GDP hasn't grown significantly, that the so called investments have not reached their populations, said the officials on a call with reporters. Mm-mm-mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, billions and billions of American dollars are going elsewhere while the people sitting right here in the nation that he is leading is suffering. And where's our reparations? Y'all seem to have like a bottomless pit full of money. It seems to be endless, and you got an awful, awful lot of it. Where's our reparations? $200 billion could have gone a long way right here in America to your so called black population that you owe. But they seem to have money and time and effort for everything and everyone else on the planet. So the project will be centered around four areas: combating climate change with clean energy technology, investing in climate resilience, infrastructure, expanding internet access and secure communication technology, advancing gender equality with childcare and sanitation projects, and upgrade healthcare infrastructure, including, the jab and medicine manufacturing and disease surveillance. Mm-mm-mm. This is what he wants to do offshore elsewhere, in places like Africa and other parts of Asia. Nothing for you, nothing for me, but everything for anyone else that's not us. But y'all, please tell me what you think about Joe Biden once again giving money offshore to help other nations and not helping the people right here in his backyard. And nah, 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 you will always be Jim Crow Joe. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.